Good morning, everyone. Namaste and welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining. I can see students from across the places are joining. So, if you all okay to share your city of residence, so can kindly drop in the chat box. So, before we begin, here is a thought: two countries, same starting point, completely different outcomes. Sweden chose competition, Finland chose trust and teachers. That's exactly what we are going to unpack today. So, I'm Shiva Krishna, founder of CareerGyan. Over the past decade, I have personally visited around 600 plus universities in 20 plus countries. So today I will walk you through an exactly which of Sweden or Finland fits your goal, budget and career plans the best. So keep your questions ready and put it in the chat anytime. So I'll answer most of the questions in the last 10 minutes of the webinar. So I'll be sharing some scholarship details about the application scholarships, eligibility criteria, documents for visas, your what you call the funds you are supposed to show for your visa and everything. Okay, so I'll share a complete 360-degree view about Sweden and Finland. So before final quote before I proceed with the webinar. So education is a passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. So let me start with the Sweden as a general, as a country. Sweden is an economy of a developed nation. So export driven economy. The top industries that drive Swedish economy includes like automobiles, chemicals, home goods, appliances, iron and steel, pharmaceuticals. There are large organizations in Sweden, namely like Ericsson, Volvo, Scania, Electrolux, SKF, Sandvik, Atlas Copco, and IKEA. These are few top companies that they are placed headquarters in Sweden. You will be what do you call? You will be interested to know which professions have the scope in Sweden. Sweden has a very good scope in the fields like hospitals, healthcare, engineering, aviation, finance, tourism, banking. These are the certain sectors where students can look for a good career path after their masters in Sweden. And also, Sweden is very good for bachelor degree as well. Sweden generally requires around 12 years of education. That's an easy way, where Germany requires 13 years of education. That's another advantage in Sweden. So why choose this? Why choose the Nordic countries? Why students love Sweden and Finland? See, generally, any student who are interested to pursue their higher education in abroad, basically they look for three to four possibilities. One is a good recognized universities, quality of education, which are research oriented and job oriented, and third one is post-study work visas. After completing their education, they require certain time to find their jobs in any nation that they choose. That is the third one. The fourth is affordability, where they can get good scholarships and also they can get a chance to work as a part-time in university or outside the university, where they can fund their education or living expenses. So, in Nordic countries, basically Sweden and Finland, the universities are globally recognized, very strong career opportunities in the field of manufacturing, technology, banking, and finance. So, most of the universities concentrates on innovation and research-driven education. You all are aware Finland is one of the trust under teacher specific. They invest a lot in teachers so that their education is very good, even from kindergarten till the university level. The universities as well as the country are very safe, sustainable, and high quality of life. And there are more than 800 courses in Sweden to choose from, and English taught programs, and also around 500 English taught programs in Finland. So Sweden at glance, I already explained you. Sweden is a developed nation and everything. So capital is a Stockholm. The popular intakes is basically August, September intake, that is called as autumn, and another is a spring. Very less courses and very few universities are there for Jan intake. You can apply for your bachelor's. You need 12 years of education and you have to score 60 percentage and you need to write IELTS. Rest other documents are similar, like your resume, letter of recommendations, your letter of motivation. your CV, photo, and these things are standardized for bachelor's and master's. Only thing varies is you need to have a proper documentation. It should be a story kind of information has to be mentioned in your letter of motivation. PhD opportunities are also there. The tuition fees range from 80,000 to 2,95,000 Swedish crowns per year. The living expenses is 8,500 Swedish kron to 12,000 Swedish kron per month. Here you need to understand one thing is this living cost is a very crucial. It varies from city to city. Okay, but in the for the visa you need to show around 10,000 or 11,000 Swedish crowns per month into 12 months. That is a important factor. Even if the living cost in that particular city is less, still a student have to show a uniform living expenses that is required for the visa. Part-time work, generally Sweden does not limit any part-time number of hours, but suggestible is 20 to 30 hours per week so that you can study well for your bachelor's or master's. Post-study visa, till date it was 12 months to find the work. Now that is extended till 18 months. That's another advantage. So now Finland is very good for, as a country, Finland is very good for what you call the technology. They are very good in gaming industry. They are very good in management. They are very good in some kind of core softwares, even the tech, what you call, even the electronics based, even the mechanical related. They are very good in kind of a few in the area of shipping industry. Okay. So the Finland, the capital is Helsinki. The popular intakes is again, it's a September intake. Jan intake is very less number of courses that you will be able to apply. Study levels, Finland, my suggestion to students is choose masters, not bachelors, because very less popular courses are available for you to study in Finland for bachelor degree. So be careful when you are choosing Finland as a destination for your bachelor's. In masters, again, it is if you have to score 50%, 60% and above, and IELTS 6 plus is required, then rest of the documents like your letter of recommendation, passport, resume, your letter of motivation, if you have done any kind of internships that's add value to the things, if you have done projects, make sure you provide a 3 to 5 page summary for both for Finland and Sweden. I chose to talk about Sweden and Finland together because they both combinedly gives a good opportunity for a student to decide in Nordic, because Norway is little difficult for any student to choose. So that is the reason these two countries have curated separately for the webinar, so that you will be able to understand the difference of quality and the difference of education, everything. Finland is one of the best place for technology related courses, and Finland allows spouse also to travel along with the student in case if they're married and they want to go. So Finland allows that. Even Sweden allows, but better to have your visa first, then spouse visa. So that gives a bigger advantage for you. And what do you call the applications in Sweden, generally August 15th and Jan 15th. August 15th is a deadline for January intake. Jan 15th is a deadline for September intake. So that's a standard. Finland, few courses or few universities start their applications by December 1st of December for your coming year of September 2027, or coming year, whatever the consequent means, whatever the next year you will be applying. Okay. So then the other thing is, so then the other important thing is, uh, what you call in Finland, you can work up to 30 hours per week. So post-study work visa is up to 2 years. Master courses, there are 500 master courses that you can choose from. And Sweden has around, what you call, around 40 universities that you can choose. There are 900 programs in Sweden. In Finland, there are what you call around 22 University of Applied Sciences and around 12 universities in Finland. So that's universities that you can choose from. Most of the students, they choose outside Helsinki because Helsinki is expensive to live. So that is the reason most of the students choose outside the Helsinki region, so that their living expenses is very affordable. So IELTS, as I said, 6.0 plus is required. Tuition fee starts from 6,000 to 18,000 euros per year. Living expenses around 700 euros to 1,200 euros per month. Sorry, per month. Part-time work around 30 hours per week. Post-study visa is 2 years. In between Finland and what you call Sweden, if you are at core engineering like electronics, electrical, mechanical, you can choose Sweden. If you are a IT, you can choose Finland. But both the countries are complementing each other in for the course, for opportunities and everything. And master courses offers very quicker, cleaner return on investment for professionals who are working and for an employment in Finland. So similar in Sweden, you will have a good advantage if you are choosing for both for bachelors and masters. As I suggested, Finland has less number of courses in comparison to Sweden for bachelors. So the top universities in Sweden: Lund University, KTH Royal University, Uppsala University, Chalmers University of Technology, Stockholm University. In Sweden, you can apply as a togetherly you can apply for four universities at the same time by paying thousand Swedish crowns. Even if you are interested to apply only three, I suggest as a counselor to you to apply for four universities together. Later when you receive an admission, you can choose whichever you want to proceed. Once you say accepted, you have to pay first semester tuition fees, then you are followed with your immigration process. So Finland, University of Helsinki, Aalto University, Tampere University, University of Turku, and LUT universities. These are top universities in Sweden and Finland. As I already mentioned, Sweden has around 40 universities, Finland has around 12 universities, and 22 University of Applied Sciences. Okay. Another important thing is here is you need to be understand the Sweden deadlines are very clear. The applications open in October, ends by Jan 15 for September 2027. Similarly, Finland, the window is very small. It starts from Jan 7th, it ends on Jan 21st, and you can apply for 6 universities at one application fees kind of a thing. So you need to be very careful. Your documents to be ready, and your IELTS will should be ready, and your SOPs, motivations, whatever you are preparing for your personal profiling has to be ready at this duration, and you have to submit it. In Sweden, another advantage is in this deadline, if you create the account, still they'll give you another some 25 days of extra duration so that you can re-upload your documents in case if you have missed. That's an advantage in Sweden. So Finland, you have to complete within Jan 21st. So popular courses for Sweden, it's engineering, computer science, AI and data science, business management, design and sustainability. Finland, information technology, engineering, business, education, health sciences, game development. So this is a clear-cut differentiation between Sweden and Finland. So this will give you a clear understanding for which student or which profile that you are belong to choose this country, so that you will not be given a free ride by any other consultants or any other counselors. So that this webinar will help you to understand which course is suits for which country. That's the biggest advantage for you, whoever is attending this session. So tuition fees comparison is SEK 80,000 SEK to 2,95,000 SEK per year. Finland is 6,000 to 8,000 euros per year. Living expenses 8,500 to 12,000 euros, 12,000 SEK per month. 700 to 1,200 euros per month in for Finland. In most of the cases, either Sweden or Finland, when the moment you get the offer letter, the day you confirm your offer letter with the university, start applying for your accommodation, because the government accommodation or the university accommodation will always have some kind of a limitations, so that you'll not be able to get when you apply in the last of the whole process. So this is one thing you should be able to understand. In Sweden, there is an organization called Student Housing Foundation. You need to apply immediately via local student housing providers like HOAS, TYS, or SOA. So as soon as you get your university admission, The cost estimation is varies between 200 to 380 euros per month. So private accommodation will always be on a higher side than this. So this is one of the good advantage for you to understand and make your decisions very fast so that you can save a lot of money. For example, a calculation, you keep it 200 euros per month and an accommodation. So you will spend another 200 to 250 euros for your living expenses like food, transportation, and everything. So overall, it comes to 500 euros maximum. So 500 euros means 55,000. It is similarly equivalent to if you are staying in a studio apartment in Bangalore or Mumbai or Hyderabad or Delhi. So it will be a similar kind of a costing if you are living in metro cities for your good education at a good universities. So total number of students who are in Finland, who are in Sweden are about around 42,000 students. In this, around more than 52 percentage of the students are non-Swedish students. Means they are from other parts of the Europe. They are from other parts of Europe. So 50% of these people and are from within Europe. And the other two nations where more number of students are coming are one is from India and another is from China. So Finland, there are only around 20,000 international students across local universities as well as University of Applied Sciences. So that is a number of students. So there is a lot of scope. If you are a quality student, Sweden and Finland have a stricter rules for your visas so that they will evaluate your profile very carefully before admissions, before giving you an approval for the visas. So scholarships, Swedish institution scholarships, university specific scholarship tuition fees waivers. These are merit based scholarships. Few you can apply along with the applications. Few you have to choose after receiving the admissions. So Finland has Finland scholarship, university scholarship, merit based tuition discounts. Merit based tuition discounts basically happens with University of Applied Sciences. So again here also you will have a merit based uh, what you call merit based scholarships. So work while studying, as I already mentioned, Sweden does not have any kind of a hourly cap. Finland has 30 hours per week during the term in the holiday time or a university off time. So you can work full time. After graduation, Sweden has increased to 18 months. Finland is up to 2 years. High demand sectors in Sweden are tech, engineering, healthcare. In Finland, it's IT, engineering, education, and healthcare. So basically, when you are applying for visas, okay, so you need to be very careful. First step one is you need to complete the admission process by paying your one semester fees. Then you have to show half a semester, another semester's tuition fees in your bank account. Then 1 year living expenses by counting 11,000 SEK per month into 12. That is a amount that you have to show for your living expenses. Along with that, you have to show what you call what you have to show your you have to sorry yeah, you have to show the insurance, health insurance up to 25,000 euros or 50,000 euros equivalent for your visa. So when after having all these things, you need to apply for your residence permit. Then you have to approach the Delhi consulate. You have to travel once so that you can give your fingerprinting and then you will receive your visa stamping. So this is a whole process about Sweden. Once you get the admission, it is almost 70% sure shot that you will get your visas. Last year, like around 20% of the students didn't receive visas because there was a miscommunication between the universities and the visa officer. So make sure you will accept your offer letters on time so that your name will be passed on to the embassy or consulate so that your visa process will be done very smoothly. So for Finland, there is another important thing is for Finland, you have to show you are you have to show the living expenses around 800 euros per month into 12, that is 9,600 euros plus 1,000 euros towards your travel. That's a two difference in the calculation of amount. As usual, you have to pay first year tuition fees in Finland. And in Finland or Sweden, in case if you are planning for a full-time PR, okay, Sweden requires another additionally like 4 to 5 years to get your PR. Finland also it will take 6 years standard for PR. In case if you've done masters in Finland, so you can apply for a fast track PR process. So basically, you need to have a language. You need to speak Swedish because you need to understand. You need to pass SVA level 3 civic test in Finland. You can apply for the C1 fast track only if you know the Finnish C1 level. Then if you get around 40,000 euros equivalent salary per year, you can apply for EU blue card instead of passport or a permanent residency. That's another advantage that you have. So why CareerGyan, or why how we will help you? So we will be able to take care of your profile. Once you start the process, we will do a detailed profile evaluation. We will suggest or we will curate the proper university shortlisting for you. Then we will guide you for your documents. Then we will mentor you for your letter of motivation. Then once you ready with all these documents, we will complete your applications on time. Once you receive your offer letter, we will be able to give you a guidance on which one to choose based on your requirement. In case if you have received more than one offer letter, after that we will be helping you in education loans, then visa process, pre-departure support, and post-landing guidance, what you are supposed to do upon landing into either Finland or Sweden. So this is a thing. So you can connect with us on careergan.co or shivakrishna.in. So I'll be sharing the podcast link. So in the chat box, you can have a look of all those videos that we have scheduled. So that will also give you, and this webinar also will be posted into the YouTube channel. So if you have subscribed, then you will get a notification of this webinar. So now I'm open for your questions. So if you have any questions, you can ask whether to choose which course, which universities, or what you call documentation doubts or anything. And most of the universities in Sweden and Finland gets the education loan. There won't be any kind of issues with banks, public sector banks or private sector banks or NBFCs. Most of the students will be able to get their education loan smoothly. Language for UG courses or in English? Yes, the teaching absolutely in English. So you don't need to worry for whether it is in German. It's not like Germany. If the course is available for international students, then it is taught in English. See, what is the USP of studying in Finland or Sweden? See, first advantage is Sweden. Uh, you have a very good tech related or a manufacturing related courses, and you don't have a kind of a conditions like DMAT or APS or language learning for your admissions. That is one. Second thing is cost of education. For example, if you're spending 25 to 30,000 GBP in UK. Okay, so the whole cost is equal to the complete education without doing your part-time jobs in Sweden. In Finland also, obviously, the budget, Sweden and Finland budget fits into a kind of a 20 to 30 lakhs for 2-year courses. In case if you get scholarship, still it will go down. So that is an advantage. And yeah, most importantly, the courses that you choose. You cannot choose whatever course that you want, like UK. So here, the limited number of courses are very good, like engineering, manufacturing, banking and finance, and healthcare related courses. So because of that, these countries are USP for you to choose. And if you are thinking of tech related or a game design, Finland is a unique opportunity for you. Based on that, you have to choose. So I won't be able to say it is 100% match for every student. It based on the talent of a student, it based on the skill of a student to choose these two countries, because most of the students won't be ready by January to apply for any country. They'll decide by Feb or March. That's another what you call them. They will miss out the opportunity of Sweden and Finland. Biomedical or biotechnology, biomedical sciences, I suggest you to choose Sweden over Finland. In case if still it is good profile, then even you can choose what you call think of US. So that's another thing. Uh, See, entrepreneurship and business management courses, what you call entrepreneurship courses are basically depends on what kind of industry that you are looking for your future. For example, if your entrepreneurial journey of planning is required or planned in IT sector or a innovation sector or a sustainable sector, yes, you can choose Finland or Sweden. In case if you are chosen for a what you call a course healthcare or a pharma related, then these things won't be applicable for you in these two countries. Business management is always open in Europe because Europeans are very good in innovation and inventions. They're not that great in business sales or marketing or branding and that perspective. So obviously these courses will yield a better returns in the jobs. Yes, current AI, yeah, artificial intelligence is also giving a tough competition for consulting. This will The candidate should be able to understand the tech in doing a business. So that's another thing. Years before you apply for PR. So Finland is 4 years. So Sweden is for 5 years for PR. And another thing, yes, you need to know the local language for it. See, yes, spouse can accompany with the candidate. Once you get the admission, you paid the tuition fees. The living expenses has to be shown double, one for the candidate and the another one for the spouse. So then together also you can apply for Sweden. Together also you can apply for Finland. Both will get the visas. Yes, they can fly together, and the main applicant is a student. The same benefit that will be applicable for the spouse. Spouse cannot go to the college. Apart from that, rest all limit the same. They can work part time. They can look for the full time jobs as well if they are qualified and if their qualifications are listed in the job. What you call job requirements in Finland or Sweden. See, admissions are always conditional because you're supposed to pay a semester fee. Based on that, only your confirmation of admissions will be coming in. Climate, obviously, this is a what you call cold countries where your temperature will go below 20-30 degrees in winter. So yes, you need to be very careful. If you are having like asthma and other things, so you need to be very careful. But yes, pollution levels are very low. So any kind of health issues related to cold can be manageable. For MBA, I suggest Finland is good out of these two countries. Yes, the gap is accepted up to 5 years after your education, based on the course that you choose.
Shiva, just a moment. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. I think Neetu is raising their hand. I guess I'll allow their mic so they can ask you a question.
Okay. So, which country is good in for best in 2026? See, my suggestion is always based on the profile of a student. There is no best country fit for all. It's only one. It's what you call customized. It's only based on the counseling. So, in my counseling, I take care of student requirement, parents' requirement, their academics, their strengths, their weaknesses, and also their future planning, how they have planned.
Neetu's mic is on.
Nikki,
Yeah.
you can ask a question, not an issue.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes. Tell me.
Okay. Sir, I had two questions. One, the undergrad program in these countries is 3 years or 4 years?
3 to 3.5 years.
So when you say 3 to 4.5, you mean the tech courses, the engineering degrees?
Yes, yes. In generally in Europe, it's all 3 to 3.5 only. Only UK is also 3 years, but they made it as placement year as made as fourth year. In
Uh-huh.
Europe, it is all the courses of bachelor's are 180 credit system, 180 credits. So it
Okay.
will be globally accepted. There is no problem.
So in short, it's a 3.5 year program over there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Even
All
Poland,
right.
you go
What
wherever.
about
Most of the
what
programs are.
about pure medical in these countries? When I say pure medical, I mean doctorate. Do they? No.
No, no, strictly no, because it's all completely in their domestic
Language.
language,
Okay.
Finnish
Or
and you call the Swedish. Still, if you are looking to go for medical education, because I know this question will be arised in my webinar, so I made some research on that. So it's a language hurdle, obviously. So basically, the English taught adjacent programs are like biomedicine, public health, nursing, or health sciences. Master programs are also available in English, both countries and most of the universities.
Okay, so for someone wanting to choose between Sweden and Japan for a biomedical career, what would you recommend? Sweden or Japan?
If they're able to understand, if they're able to cope up with the language culture shock in Japan, they can go to Japan, because
See,
Japan is
both the
exploring
countries have
more.
English taught programs.
See, it's not about the time that they are going to spend in universities. It's about the time that they are going to spend outside university also matters for their career.
Right.
Because here in Japan, till date, we have not seen anybody graduating and receiving a good profile of the things. It looks fascination, but we are yet to see the results post completion. Recently, I met one of the university delegate in Vietnam, of Japanese university. Shiva, currently we are looking for the courses of arts and management. We are not looking for tech. This is the answer
Oh,
from a Japanese university.
oh, oh. And reason being, why? Because they are basically tech-oriented country.
There might be a caution behind it, because because you know how China taken over the manufacturing, so there might be an issue. They might be cautious in picking up the international students.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
yeah, and yeah, best country again. Which course? If you can tell me, I'll tell you.
So, see,
And
I mostly cater to undergrad students and mostly students who are going for management or entrepreneurship.
management or entrepreneurship, basically, I'll tell you the few cities, they are very good. One is Paris, Berlin, Frankfurt, London, uh, Barcelona, New York, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. These are the major hub for any kind of business related. Okay, in
It,
India, we take it as Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai. So these are the places where an entrepreneurs can flourish,
okay.
because they'll have an infrastructure and everything. So they need to choose based on that.
And do you have a lot of, I mean, do you help with the application end to end?
Yes, yes, yes. We
All
support
right. I'll get in touch with you on personal. Right?
Sure, sure. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So there is a question from Ragini where you are asking for a best country for 2026 or 2027. So if you can tell me which course you are asking, you are looking for engineering, or you are looking for supply chain management, or business consulting, or which course? Based on that only I can answer this question. Or if you have a budget of like 10 to 15 lakhs, where can I go? Yes, I can suggest you. If you have a budget of 1 crore, where to go? I can suggest you. So that is what these are the questions you should be able to answer before I suggest you the best country. MBA again, again another question to you is which segment? Marketing, you can choose based on where the vast culture is there, so that your creativity will be very good. If you're looking for finance, if you're looking for investment banking, then you can look for uh, Paris, France, Germany, UK, Australia, or US. If you are looking for what you call corporate finance, then you can choose US. So it goes like that. It cannot be a one size fits for all. So obviously it's a different answers, and every country comes with a cost. So that is also very much important. Any other questions? Sir, your question is your brother is planning for an MBA abroad. Yes, the literally he can go and study. That is, there is no problem with it. Most importantly, your brother has to prepare a skills on public speaking. Your brother has to understand what customer wants, and another thing, your brother need to understand about a product full information about a product. For example, you take my service as a product. I'm doing education consulting. I should be aware about complete good, bad, worst case, how we should be able to guide. So the whole knowledge your brother should have to enter into the segment. In any management course, sales is a first job to be done. Once your brother is good with the sales, then definitely his career will flourish. Also, his education will be very good. He should be a very good person in networking. He should be very open to listen for others problems and then solve the give the solutions. He cannot go on a autocratic mode. So these are the personal skills that your brother can learn. And he can choose a business management course in bachelor's. If he is interested for techno management role, then he can choose engineering, so that he can answer well in his career. So thank you everyone for joining my webinar. So stay tuned on the channel. So we will post this webinar in the YouTube. So keep subscribed so that you will have an answer for most of the things. And also what you call, we will be up, there will be an upcoming webinars. Stay tuned on my website called shivakrishna.in. Thank you everyone. Have a great weekend.